Welcome. Today I'm interviewing Tom Vasel from the Dice Tower. So let's get to it. I'm gonna start with the hard questions. Hello Tom. How many hats do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3 hats. Probably 3.
And what's your top 3?
This one's number 1. This one's number 2, and this one's number 3. You're really my number 1. Don't worry about it.
When are we going to see the top 10 Dice Tower lists?
Top 10 Dice Tower top 10 list. That we've done this before, but the problem is it caused some sort of infinite loop and reset time itself, unfortunately. So I've tried it twice, and maybe the 10th time I do a top 10 list of Dice Tower top 10s, it will work. But for now, it's just not going to happen.
If you had to play a game for your life and win to survive, what game would you pick?
If I had to play a game to survive for life, I would probably either pick Campaign for North Africa, considering that game would probably take 2 years to play, which would give me a long time to survive. If I have to win the game, maybe Captain Sonar, but let me pick my team.
Has any game made you skip the part where you drop the game components before reviewing the game?
I have definitely skipped games when dropping game components, especially games that have a kabillion cards. So think like Alien Encounters or Legendary Alien Encounters, where all the cards have these little tiny texts in the corner, and when you get it, it takes forever to just sort it out. There's no way I'm dropping that. Way too much work. So sometimes that happens for sure.
And which game took the longest to reorganize back into the box?
Easy. The longest one for sure is BattleCon War of Endines. I had this big giant box with all these cards, all these characters, dropped it all, then realized I didn't know which cards went with which character, and spent hours and hours figuring that out. I'm much more cautious now because of that one game.
That's painful. Alright, so what about your top 3 delicious looking board game components?
Top 3 delicious board game components? Well, the camels from Camel Up, the books from Alma Mater, and I saw a Settlers of Catan cookie version one time, so probably that one.
You have played so many games. Do they keep surprising you?
Oh yeah, this is one of the things I love about the board game hobby is I'm consistently surprised by games. I'll play a game and wow, this game surprised me. I mean, I just played a couple games in the past couple weeks, right? I was like, wow, what a neat concept. Now, some games are built to surprise you, like legacy games or escape room games. But games themselves, I just am continually impressed with new and unusual mechanisms in them. And that's what makes this hobby so fantastic.
And what would you like to see more in games?
What would I like to see more in games? I'd like to see games become more accessible. And what I mean by that is we are in a board game hobby. We seem to be consistently moving towards making things more complex or even bloatish in the sense of, this big Kickstarter came out with 7,000 expansions and it's a 200-page rule book and you have enough there to play for life. And that's great and all, but I'm looking for more and more games that I can just pull out and play with a family and we don't have to learn 6,000 rules. And I just wish there was more of that in gaming now.
Last question. What 2-player game should we play together?
If you sit there and there's my top 10 2-player games and one I haven't played before, I'm really interested in playing that one I haven't played before and it will drive me crazy for sure.
Thank you for watching. I want to thank Tom for this interview and I really think you should reconsider the top 10 Dice Tower lists. Also visit notimeforgames.store and subscribe to the mailing list. I have something special for you.